That's all this is. Just superimpose this upon yourself, if you would, as a way of understanding how it is that we operate. I stated earlier, wouldn't it be great for you to know what it is that makes you tick? What is it that drives the choices that you make? Because they do not come from Mars. They really don't. It isn't the light that's making you do it. You are yourself making choices. But here's what I'm going to suggest. There are two possibilities. We in the psychological and the transformational and the human being industry happen to experience that we are approximately 10% conscious of what we're creating, where our choices are coming. We're about 10% conscious about the beliefs, emotion, and behaviors that we employ. We actually, you've heard the expression, I don't know, the devil made me do it. That was in the old days. We had that, I think, on Saturday Night Live or something. The devil made me do it. And so we have all of these ways that we give ourselves permission to think that it has nothing to do with us. Our self-limiting beliefs truly are underneath what I'm going to refer to as, this is the waterline. So you're about 10% conscious about what it is that drives the choices that you make, and 90% unconscious. Now, if you really look at that, that's a little bit frightening. It's frightening in the sense that it allows you to begin to see for yourself, why is it that I keep creating what it is I say I don't want? Well, I got to tell you, the answers are over here. What Jerry said earlier about the reflection part is the way that you begin to lower the water line, the way that you begin to lower the water line. When we invite you to take a look at what is that self-talk, and then what's the belief that's underneath that, and then where did the belief come from? We as human beings are not challenged to investigate, to take a look at what it is that has us do what we do. That's the reason that, when we talk about the diet industry, it's a billion-dollar industry. Do you know how you lose weight? Keep it off? Do you know how to do that? Eat less and move more. Eat less and move more. And how is it that you have lots of money? Spend less. Yeah. And do we do that? No, not as a culture. And so everything that occurs for you is driven by much of your unconscious. And so this is just to allow you to recognize that you absolutely have an opportunity to begin to examine from a place of inquiry and curiosity. Not look from a place of I'm bad or I'm good or I'm right or I'm wrong, because I can promise you that will never produce anything. That absolutely has you continue to go underground, to repress and suppress. I shouldn't feel this way. Well, you do. And that's great and wonderful that you're conscious about it. And so these principles of abundance that we're talking about is an opportunity for you to employ certain principles, which is a guide. Say that there is nothing in my experience that can have something become what I call internalized without practice, 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 practice. And I don't like that any more than anybody else does. And maybe some people really love to practice. And there's an assertion. Maybe some people really love the discipline of practicing. I haven't met one yet, but I'm sure there must be some people that do. But I'm just saying, again, an opportunity for you to generate principles of abundance in your life in such a way that you can replicate it over and over and over and over. Is it that gives me so much permission to break my word with myself?
Easier for me to hurt my own feelings.
As if you had the power to hurt someone else's feelings. But again, in terms of this standing as source, living life from abundance, it is absolutely crucial that you have this it factor, and it is called integrity plus trust is the it factor. And this, can you see that this is in red? It just stands for I-T. And here is what you say you're up to, and here is what you will do. And that is what living as your word really means. What is it now? Does it say to someone else?
No.
It says, and it starts with you. It starts with you. We are much more, what would the word be, conscious of keeping our word to others versus keeping our word to ourselves. But again, energetically, it makes a huge difference in terms of your relationship with yourself and your sense of confidence. So you want to begin to get, again, lowering the waterline to generate consciousness about you and living as your word or sabotaging your word. How many of you know that you sabotage when you give your word? And what is it that gets in the way? Reasons, stories, excuses, and also, do you notice you're not very conscious when you give your word? So once again, giving your word requires somebody that is a committed listener to you. Not just loosey-goosey agreements called, you know, let's do lunch or let's get together. So it becomes a different way of looking at life, and that is for you also. That when you give your word and live as your word, you're really in a state of being very consistent in terms of recognizing what is it that I'm giving my word to? What is it that I'm giving my word to? And what is the specific agreement around that? I'm giving my word to a known set of actions with a condition of fulfillment. Giving my word to a known set of actions with a condition of fulfillment.